The words that we were introduced to yesterday, and those words were harass, jubilant, and endure. So in this activity, I want you just to close your eyes and then just describe what comes to mind. Go ahead and close your eyes. What do you think when you hear the word harass? Like, what is the first thing that comes to mind when I say that word harass? And why? Why do you think that's the thing that comes to mind? If you have someone next to you, you can turn and talk, or just think to yourself. Interesting. So when I hear the word harass, the first thing that comes to my mind is actually like a young child, unfortunately, who's being kind of like bullied. And it's the same student that's constantly like picking on this child, maybe saying kind of like cruel or really like hurtful things, and like even making fun of them. And I think that that's just unfortunately a topic that we hear about a lot in schools. So I think that's the first thing that comes to mind when I hear the word harass. That might be different from you, but that's the first thing that I think of. Let's look at the next example. Go ahead and close your eyes. What do you think about when you hear the word jubilant? When I hear that word jubilant, for some reason, the first thing that comes to mind is like my daughter's face. The moment she sees like this big banana split like ice cream, and it is just like large scoops of ice cream and chocolate syrup and cherries and whipped cream, and I can just see her face, and she just looks absolutely like jubilant. Let's take a look at the last example. So go ahead and close your eyes again. What do you think of when you hear the word endure? Okay, so the first thing that I think of when I hear the word endure is like imagining myself trying to like run a mile or run like any distance really, and trying to like endure that like running and trying to make it like to the finish line, probably very like out of breath and sweaty and exhausted, but trying to endure this like task or activity. All right, so for today, I know that that was kind of short. That's all that I have for the slides. But what I'd like for you to do is go back, and I would like for you to write a sentence for each of these three words. So you should have your sheet of paper that you were told on Tuesday to save. And now we're going to go back and write a sentence that uses the word harass in the sentence, a sentence that uses the word jubilant, and then a sentence that uses the word endure in the sentence. So we're going to hang on to that sheet of paper, and we will have a chance on Friday to share some of those examples. You do not need to upload those, but it's just really good practice for you guys before you take your quiz. So that wraps up day 4, and we will share a few of these examples on Friday morning. Great job this week.